Right, welcome. Another live stream. I'm excited. Missed it last week. To be honest, I was a tad hungover from the Mindset gig, which was the night before. We're back this week, and I'm planning to do a making a song from scratch stream. I made a little start to it before the stream because I wanted to make sure I had some level of inspiration before starting. But yeah, it's sounding good to start with. It's literally just a little harp and then a bass line that I started to add. So we're going to be pretty much from scratch, which I'm excited about. Now, I've got a couple of audio issues here, so just bear with me. Okay, great. At some point, I am going to do a little stream to Instagram Live as well, but we'll get to that. Track, one of mine in the background here. Big fan of this one. Alright, I'm going to mute it and we're going to hop over to FL Studio. So let's bring this down. Okay, FL Studio. Let's go Bosch. Okay, everything's going swimmingly well. A couple of updates in terms of the setup before we dive in. So I invested in a Mac M4 Mini, which I'm absolutely in love with, so that I could have my studio set up, consistently set up and good to go. Previously, I was using my MacBook Air and I was moving it from my workstation to music production. The wiring for streaming was a nightmare. One of the few downsides of a MacBook Air is there's only 2 USB ports on it. So there was some wiring wizardry going on when I was streaming on it previously. But this thing is an absolute beast, and it's a far easier setup for the streams, and it's built for music production and video editing. So it just seemed like a worthwhile purchase. So I'm pretty happy with that. Audio, we've made improvements again, I believe. I hope it's sounding a bit clearer. It should be. Same mic, but I've got it wired into my Scarlett audio interface, and then going from there through the iRig stream and into my Mac. But what I've also got now is a ground loop isolator, which just sits between the audio interface and the iRig, and it cuts out any of the power sound that was quite apparent on my previous stream. So it should be sounding pretty clean at the moment, which I'm excited about. We're making progress every time. You'll also see I've got my follower goal on screen because I'm desperate to hit. That is a Twitch follower goal. I am live on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick currently, so whichever works for you. But yeah, if you could give me a like, a follow, drop a few comments. I'm going to be posting the video on my YouTube afterwards as well. So if you're watching this there, then drop a like. I would very much appreciate it. All the usual, subscribe, leave a comment. I'll answer as many, let's be honest, there's probably only going to be 1 or 2. I'll answer all of them. And yeah, I'm really trying to build a bit of a community around doing this, which is what I love. All right, let's get stuck in. So what are we looking at here? That's my mic. So just to show you what I've started with, it's very basic at the moment here. So we're looking at 125 BPM, pretty standard for a sort of deep melodic techno track. I've got a Diva plugin loaded up and a Serum too. I can get rid of this actually. We are literally in a completely blank project. I've not even got anything on the master channel yet. Let me play you what we've got so far. Sounding pretty good. I've got this cut off linked to a MIDI knob control up here. I think we can improve that bass drone a bit more. Let's see what else we can find here. That's nice. Needs a bit of release on it. There we go. I feel like I can hear a high note coming in, so let's have a look at Serum 2. Let's load another one of these up, maybe a bit higher up. Let's go an octave up. Let's go. Be a better preset for this, but I'm gonna just get the idea down. What did I do? Might be there. Let's try that. Change that to a diva actually. What we got in here? That's nice. That's what I was thinking. Strings. Alright. That needs another note here. Desperate to add a kick and bass line to that because that's going to really sound good, I think. So let's find something. We're going full camel fat pack here, why not? Let's see. Something. Oh, that sounds good. This is going to need some early mixing work. Let's move that mic. I need my keyboard. I can go to channel 1. Let's rename. I'll go kick. Should I tune the kick is the question. I'll fix that in a bit. Let's get a kick shaper on this. doing this, but this is just how I've always done it. Go there. Strings. Let's put that in number 4. They can go right out to the side. Needs a bass line, I think, so let's do, you guessed it, Serum 2. It's just so good. Let's try and find a different. That might be a bit too much for a rolling bass. Let's go. I feel like I do that same bass line in every track though. Let's get that laid down. Sometimes simple is best. Interesting, but I think it might actually be better off as a just rolling I'll show you what I mean. Yeah. And then we'll put a side chain on it. Yeah, that's going to be it. More in fitting with the genre. Let's just paste that all the way. And let's do rolling bass. Move that over a bit. Yeah. And then the sub can do that pattern that we had before, I think. That probably makes more sense. So that immediately needs a sidechain on it. It's going to sound instantly better. A sub, which will just bring that all together, I think. Let's have a go. Sub. Let's just try that for now. I think I copied that. Yeah, I did. Alright, let's put that in the effects rack. And that can go straight down the middle as well. I'll do some mixing and mastering in a bit. I'm just getting ideas down for now. What I'll quickly do though is just sidechain this quickly against the kick. Sounding good. Why has that made that go funny? That's weird, I just changed. Very strange. Some automation to that rolling bass line as well for when we start arranging the track. wonder if this would benefit from a tom drum accompanying that kick a little bit. What I should do first is split these out so we're not working in a loop anymore. So let's do split by channel. Oh, that's a sub bass, isn't it? Sorry, I'm trying to get better at my organising as I go. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's just work on the kick and we'll put a tom drum in with it. There's still a bit of feedback on that mic, isn't there? No, it's better than nothing. Let's just bring this out a bit. Don't mind that. With some proper EQing, that might sound alright. Alright, let's put that into a piano roll so I can copy and paste. I think it's there. Do a bit of difference on that one. Nice. I think that works. Just gives it a bit more groove. How does it sound with the rolling bass? Let's see if tuning this kick makes a difference. So what I like to do is pitch it up a few octaves so you can actually hear the note a bit almost. Oh, I'm doing it on the tom. Wait, what's going on there? See how that's playing the same note now as the bass? That's a bit too high. So then you can bring it back down a few octaves. Oh yeah. And now you've got a tuned kick. What I need to do now though is adjust the kick shaper frequency because it will have changed. Oh, my new favourite thing to do as well. I'll set up a new bus for the kick and sub. So kick and sub. We'll obviously route the kick and the sub in there. And my new favourite plugin, it's free as well, Bark of Dog. Now we know that kick's hitting at 62 because of what Kickshaper told us. See how that's just got a bit more oomph to it now. We'll glue those together as well. Lovely. It's good getting this sort of mixing done early on, especially with the kick. It's so important. Is that peaking too high? No, bang on. Yeah, nice. Just gonna do a quick check. Yeah, we're live. Nice. What I might do quickly is test an Instagram stream. Let's try it. You can just bear with me for a sec. Streaming Insta live. Okay, let's just get my details. Should come through in a second. Silver Stag, thanks for the comment, mate. The stream's good. We're only just getting started. Plan is to make a melodic techno, deep techno style track from scratch. We've got the basics laid down so far, but yeah, we're doing pretty good. Like I said, we've got a kick, sub, a couple of other elements which I'll just introduce again quickly here. Any tips to put down basics? Look, I think FL Studio is great in terms of just laying down ideas. It's all dependent on what your sort of workflow is. I like to start with the melodic elements because I think it's just what my background is. I made trance a long time ago. So for me, they're the most important elements of the track. And then I can build the bass lines and all the rest of the percussion around that. So that it really just depends on what works for you. Because I know a lot of people start with bass line and the drums, but yeah, it's just whatever suits you, I guess. Now then, the question is, Silver Stag, are you going to take us to 19 followers on Twitch, meaning we're one off the goal? That would be iconic. There he is. Good man. Good man. Appreciate that, buddy. There he is. It's updated. One more to go. One more. Alright, let's keep working on this. So we've also got these strings, which are pretty nice. I believe it is. Yeah, perfect. We're live everywhere. This is going well. The only thing that's not working currently is my makes sense at the moment. Yeah, decent. Honestly, you'd be miles ahead of me if you do that. You're studying, yeah, fair enough. I have a tendency to use presets. I've never had any sort of music production training. I'm completely self-taught. I haven't studied any courses or anything, so sound design, I think I have a generally good idea about what sounds good, but in terms of making synths from scratch, that's impressive stuff. I'm certainly not able to do that. Let me just try and fix up my chat overlay here because it's not working currently. I don't want to miss any messages. Alright. The question is, what's this needing now? Some more percussion, I think. Shake would be pretty good. I like that already. Let's go to a new pattern. Self-taught, yeah. It's me. Honestly, it's the only way to learn. just keep messing around until it sounds good. It's genuinely how I've learned what I know. I'm thinking here we have a quieter shaker doing that with the other one playing like the hi-hat roll. It might sound pretty good. Let's come down a bit. I like how it's just a really sharp, short. It's almost like a minimal style. That needs to. Let's give it a go. A tiny bit gives it a bit of groove, I suppose. Let me just try this first, because this might solve the problem. If we put a side chain on it real quick. Where is it? It's got a bit of movement there now. I'll tell you what I'll also do. Put them out to the side. Yeah, there you go. Not necessarily on hats. I go shakers. It's good on because they're obviously playing consistently. Just gives them a bit of a groove. What you can also do is let's extend this out a bit. So, what I know a lot of people like to do is try and humanize this by, you can add sort of randomization, I guess. So if I go all, no, I haven't done this in a while. Where is it? Randomize, there we go. Oh shit, not the notes. So if I play around with this velocity now, it just means that some of the notes are going to be hit a little harder than others, as if a real life human drummer was hitting it. See how the amounts are changing at the bottom here. Very subtle stuff, but it can help. Let's try that again. Okay. And I just need to extend this pattern out. And then this needs to carry on throughout that. What would be cool is if I can, what would be a reverb potentially. Let me just try something here. How long have I been producing? On and off for about 20 years. Started when I was 15 and wasn't very good, but made uplifting trance music for quite a while. I then took a bit of a break for about maybe 5 or so years, didn't do anything, didn't release any music, and then got more into the sort of deeper melodic techno stuff, which is basically trance these days anyway. And here I am. So I've been releasing under a different alias, Melodicr. I don't profess to be an expert by any means, but I've been in FL Studio the entire time, so I think that's definitely a plus. I know my way around all the plugins. And what I'm trying to do here is, if we can mess around, this might be good automation throughout, but that's not really the sound I was going for. Let's try a delay instead. No, that's not either. Can we change the sound envelope in here? Yeah, nice. I think the best thing to do is stick with a DAW program and pick one and stick with it, because I don't think it makes a difference at the end of the day. It's just how you learn to use it. You can make the same sound in everything. Right, I'm gonna stop my Insta stream. I don't know how it went, but I guess I'll see you later on. Let's get back to it. Okay. The chat messages are still disappearing on my little pop-up here, which is frustrating. So if I miss your message, apologies. Oh, Toby's in here. I didn't see your chat, mate. I missed it. Hope you're good, brother. Hope you're enjoying your holiday up in Queensland. Looks good. Alright, this is coming together nicely. We'll add a little snare, I think. I'm streaming on other platforms as well, so I've got a pop-out that's pulling chat from Kick, YouTube and Twitch. It's showing up on my screen here, but the chat message appears and then it just disappears after a few seconds. So I'm just trying to fix that. Hide old messages. Oh, there we go. I think I might have fixed it. I may have fixed it. Oh yeah, that's just a... Oh no, that's disappeared as well. Why? Yeah. So I may have been producing for a long time, but I've only been streaming for a couple of weeks. There we go. I think that's it. Cheers, Tobes. Good to hear from you, mate. Got my whole studio set up here. It's pretty good. I have to do I'm thinking of doing a live DJ stream, possibly at Sean's balcony. Just set up the decks up there and do a little balcony party. The backdrop would be sick. But yeah, haven't asked him yet. I'm sure he'll be fine with it. Right, come on, let's actually do some stuff here. Let's add a snare drum. Let's do a new one for snare. I'm just living out of the camel fat sample packs here. I want something that's really short and might work. So snares just go every 8. Camera attention. Mate, I don't know if you've seen the video from my gig last week when I was playing, Nadine was playing our collaboration. I got a video of it. So I was in the DJ booth with her and the camera person turns around and Sean's just having a great time in the back. It's hilarious. Hello sir, welcome in. Then, if you're on Twitch, which I think you are, you've got a very big opportunity here. Oh no, you're on YouTube. Never mind. I'm after one more follower on Twitch. You've taken us to 19, Silver Stag. And there's a heroic effort from you, but I need one more to hit the 20. Come on, Adam. I'm actually not doing any producing here, which is a little bit silly. How's this sounding? Don't like it. These are all a bit too in your face. No, I don't listen to Kendrick Lamar a great deal, mate. I'm more into my house techno stuff. Unfortunately. True. That's a good point. I think we've got some pretty good ideas down already here. This has got some legs, this track, I feel like. Considering we only started it half an hour ago. Still not happy with that snare, to be honest. Might have to go to another pack here. What do you think about that snare? I feel like it's a bit too bright. It needs to be darker, in my opinion. Be a bit much if it's the consistent snare though, but let's have a look. Let's try that one. That's better. See how it's just shorter? Yeah, I like that. Just bring it down a bit. Let's add that bass drone in. I forgot about that. as a build, that'd be awesome. 100%. That drone is delicious. That deserves some more volume, I think. Breakdown would sound like. I'm just automating the cutoff on that Rolling Synth MIDI controller. Definitely do some more mixing. I haven't done any sort of mixing work yet or EQing, but you're absolutely right, because it's clashing with the sub at the moment. What I'll also do as well is on this rolling bass, we can add some automation to that as well. So if I get another knob here to control the cutoff. I like how that bass line's a little bit acidy. I'll show you those plugs here. There's no distortion, I don't believe. Got a delay, a plate reverb. It's a good question actually. Silver Stag, where are you from? Where are you watching? Where are you tuned in from? Australia? I need to fix this. China, UK. Good man. Seth. You probably already picked up on the fact Northerner. Right. I always thought I hid my accent pretty well. Why is it defaulting to hide messages? I don't want to do that. If I miss your messages, I do apologise. You might just have to resend them, because they're basically appearing on my screen for a few seconds and then disappearing. Right, concentrate, Adam. What have we got here? Let's try that EQing out like you were saying. Let's take these subs out. Clarity there. The thing I'm toying with at the moment is whether the bass lines here should follow the sort of progression of that drone. Theoretically they should, but I don't know if that sits well with the genre. To this rolling bass line here. Let's take a look. There is a world, that's the part I struggle to see, to make. Would love to see the sound of what this rolling bass. Surprise, surprise, it's a Serum 2 preset. A couple of sine waves and a saw. I don't know if you've used or played around in Serum 2 yet, but my goodness, it's a fucking good plugin. I've very much only scratched the surface on it. That's good, mate. You understand it more than I do. That cut up on it is delicious. I think I might need to bump up the sidechain on that a bit more. Yeah, all good, mate. I hope you'll be back on soon. So bass. We're just going to stop those two clashing so much. I feel like I need another bass element, like just a few. I'll do like a bass stab or something. Yeah, let's see what we can find. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like a little FM stab. Very aware of the fact I'm probably just talking to myself here, but that's fine. Yeah. So we can find like a lead. I reckon that's better though. There's something there. Might lay that idea down. Not convinced. Get this down before I forget it. Oh, what we're doing here. Think out of it, come on. How my window's working. Let's save this before it goes tragically wrong. goes from like that. See, this happens so often when I'm producing. Things just happen by accident, something like that, I think. Would that work? Too cheesy. Undecided on that, yeah, but we'll leave it in there just in case. Yeah, I realise it's very much just a loop. This is the production process, mate. I'm building ideas currently. We'll get to structuring a track in a second. I'm just trying to think if this is needing any other elements at this stage. Or whether I should just start trying to arrange it. Probably the latter. I think we've been going for an hour. See, what I would normally do at this point is think of a reference track and base my arrangement around the track. It is a little bit repetitive though. It does need a drop, you're absolutely right. It's a bit chill at the moment. I want to get a bit more aggressive. Which I don't think that latest synth is helping there. It's a bit too happy and bright. I need stab noise. So let's try and do that, because that's what I was originally doing until I got distracted. So let's go here. I need to play around with all the different elements. I'm just chucking a load of ideas down at the moment. What have we got here? Let's see if any of these sound decent. I need it much bassier than that. That could work. Let's just work on some basics here. That's the one, innit? It is. It very much is. Let's lay that down. I'm going to need you to bear with me for a second here, because this is going to sound shit until I've fixed it. See? Told you. Let's fix that up real quick. Maybe a bit too much. I don't know if it needs these ones at the end. will sound good on this. Check this out. Let's give this a really short reverb. No, delay is what I'm looking for. I'll show you my sub here. It's like so. Hold on, I'll just solo it. Pretty simple. It's just basically this on repeat. Right, what was I doing there? Fuck, that synth's pissing me off. Trumpet's not a bad idea. That's what that synth's doing, something pretty similar, to be fair. What I was doing though was showing you something pretty cool. So we've got a really short delay on this bass stab. There's a really cool plugin called Reverser. It sounds like this. Just don't need as much of it. Synth rather than... Agreed. I'll get to that in a sec. So I quite like that, but I want the effect to duck out when the sound's actually playing. So what I'll do is a peak controller that's just detecting the output before any of the other effects. Go to this, link it to a controller, and then I'll invert that. So basically you'll see what happens is, it'll duck out whenever the main signal's coming through. Do an OTT as well. Once you know what, like, now you know it, you'll be able to do it. What that OTT is doing is upwards and downwards compression, so it's just making the sound louder without it distorting, essentially. I need to take the subs out of this. Let's move that down. Move, that can stay where it is. And we'll go EQ. I'll give it a bit of a boost around the mids. Filtered out a little bit. Let's do that now. I think we're ready. Oh, that sounded nice on its own, didn't it? Yeah, nice. Okay, time to start the arrangement. Oh, this scares me every time. Okay, what are we going to do here? Let's try it. Oh, shit. Might have the rolling bass in there as well. And then we'll just add some automation to this. What I like to do is a bit psytrancey. I think that's because we've got this rolling bass that's on every 16th note. Can adjust the cut off a little bit, that's a bit better. Yeah, we'll add that in, but first I want to put a filter on the kick and sub, like so. It's just something I like to do at the start of the tracks to keep it interesting. I've got 3 different MIDI controllers. You'll be able to see this. This is a Akai LPD. I don't really use the pads very much, but these little controllers are pretty useful, so I'll show you. I've set this one up to control the cutoff on the bass. It does sound like Berlin. Not quick enough though, mate. I think that was, we were looking at 140 BPM from that club. See that? Pretty decent little piece of kit, this. I think it's really cheap. Yeah, it's decent. Akai's, you can't go wrong. I've also got this one, which was purpose built for FL Studio. Please don't unplug. There we go. This is the Akai Fire. See how it's got the little step sequencer on it as well, which is pretty. I don't really use it, but it's exactly the same layout as. Hold on, let me show you on my screen. See this thing on the screen, the step sequencer? It's literally made to look exactly, and you can see where the notes or the things are selected. I've messed this up now. So at the start I was talking about how I've just Friday, I bought a Mac Mini, which is an absolute behemoth of a machine. It was expensive, but it's my baby, especially for music production. What was I doing? Oh, the filter. See, with just those low ends cut out, it just helps the track not be as aggressive at the start, and then you can drop it in. So let's do this, and then we'll go an automation clip exactly on that. Last tweet, create automation clip. You'll see what I mean in a sec. It's very subtle, but I tend to do it at the start of most tracks. This rolling bass can do with some automation as well. Actually, that did sound pretty good, to be fair. Let's do that. So here, where's my rolling bass? I'm Bjorn. Jeez, that's a compliment and a half. I'll take that. I do think that, like I said, because I used to make trance music when I first started, it's very hard to stop that influence coming through in my more recent tracks, even though they're not necessarily trance anymore. I wouldn't mind that, like, slowly building up to here and then dropping back. It's too loud, that rolling bass. Quite aggressive for the start of a track though, but we can come back and change that if we need to. So it will help that be not as aggressive. I'm going to take some more of these highs out. What's the day job? I am a marketing director Monday to Friday. I don't often get a chance to do any production during the week. If I do, it's in the evenings sometimes. I'm trying to commit to do this every Sunday. I'm forcing myself to sit down and actually spend some time on it. It can be very easy. I've got months where I've just not even loaded up FL Studio. The key thing when you're releasing music, anyway, from what I gather, and I suppose this helps because I'm from a marketing background as well, it's the consistency, and that's what I've not been doing. When you're building an artist profile, you really want to be releasing a new track every month, I'd say. I know some people that do one a week, but I don't have the capacity to be making tracks at that level, unfortunately. Unless I decide to quit the day job and go full on it, which I've definitely thought about, but would be a bit silly, to be honest. Alright, so we've got the makings of the first 30 seconds here. Yeah, absolutely, mate, 100%. It just kills any sort of inspiration you might have. Totally. Because you're stressed. Alright, so then what would happen then? I guess you'd add the shakers in after that. So let's try that. Where's my shakers? I might extend this out actually. In fact, I'm going to think about going to your sound design. Yeah, it's a pretty decent idea. I know, again, because I've come from like the trancey background, there was one point I was considering film scores. The uplifting trance stuff I used to do, the breakdowns there were very sort of dramatic, emotional. And in fact, I know one of my favourite producers, a guy called Andy Blumen, used to make uplifting trance music. And he's now doing film scores, which is interesting. For gaming, it's a hard industry to get into, I would imagine, but I can't think there'd be too many people with the skill set going for that. This is like the DJ intro of the track. Sound design's massive in movies these days. You've got people like Hans Zimmer's just an icon of the game. Yeah, nice. It's got a good little groove to it, this. So simple as well. That needs a snare at that point, I reckon. And we're nearly a minute in here. That snare is perfect. I'm in love with it. Oh, I'll tell you what I've not done. Set up my drum bus. So let's do that now. We'll go drum bus. And what I like to do here is just glue them all together a little bit. I don't know if glue's the right word, but we're going to put a tiny reverb on them as if they were all being recorded in the same room. First full progressive house track of the day. 10 minutes long. Nice. I've done you can find it on my SoundCloud. I did I guess you'd call it Afro trance, like Afro house style remix of Chicane's old track Saltwater, and that ended up being 12 minutes long. I was just happy with all of it. Yeah, mate, go and check out that. Well, do it after the stream maybe. But on my SoundCloud, Saltwater was probably the track that got me into trance music as a whole. I remember hearing it on the radio for the first time, and I was so young, and I was just obsessed with it. And so it felt quite nice to do a full circle thing and do a remix of it. So yeah, go check it out. It's 12 minutes long. This drum room reverb only needs to be tiny, like about 12% or so. And then we'll just put all of our drum elements into it. I don't put the tom in. Oh, maybe I should. Shakers are probably a tiny bit too loud. And then at the 1 minute mark, you probably start thinking about introducing some of these melodic elements. Let's just see what that sounds like. That'll need a bit more of an introduction, I think. It'll be a bit too sudden. It's coming together real nice. So let's start off really low. Start thinking about our first breakdown in a second, I think, after this. Yeah, mate, you go for it. Study, education comes first. Thank you for sticking around, mate. I appreciate your input, your comments. I appreciate the follow. Hopefully catch you next time. I'll try and do next Sunday around the same time. Yeah. Good luck with the exams if I don't chat to you before. See you, bud. Toby, it is going in a progressive house direction for sure. I try and with my used to make trance, right? It's hard to get out of that habit. That's pretty cool though. If the kit comes back in then with the sub. Yes. There you go. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I feel like I can add a pad in there as well. Hold on, I know what I need to add there. Let's get that bass drone in. There we go. That bass drone was what was missing. Another variation of that as well and just change it up a little bit. I don't think that bass drum should carry on there, just the first note of it. Do you know what I'm going to do? I normally wait to do the effects, but I just have to do this because it's going to make that so much better. I need a snare roll. That could work, potentially. No, I don't like it. See ya. Maybe something just a bit more simple. It's going to be proper loud. Yeah, that's good. Alright, let's start adding some automation on that synth, I think. We're starting to get a track here. How long have we been going here? Close to 2 hours. Not bad. I need like another build up into that drop, I think. That might sound good. Let's try it. The bass drum thing. I don't know what you mean. The sub bass. Oh, the drone. Are you on about this thing here? That bit right there is sounding fucking perfect. The bass just before the snare. Right, are we talking about this section of the track here? Is it one of these sounds here? They seem alright to me. What specifically is... I think you might be talking about this rolling bass. You mean this sound here? Oh, I see. It might just be the snare in general that's making it progressive-y, to be honest. It's giving it too much of a groove. If we take it out, it's a lot darker without it. Yeah, it's way darker without it. See where it goes. My problem now is this here, this should technically follow the note progression of this, so it should be in a D. So let's do that quickly. Is this the right one? Yeah, so let's just rename that quick. Bass, stab. I need this to be in instead of A. Let's just do that. And we'll go. .47 and 51. See if this sounds better when I've changed the note of this. Yeah, it is, because it follows that note progression. And then we'll bring the rolling bass back there, I reckon. Track's 2 minutes old at this point. It needs something more going on, to be honest. But we'll get to that. Let's go from the start again. Add some other elements around this part just to keep it interesting. Oh, I'm having second thoughts about the snare now. God damn it. So that's good. The track technically starts at the 1 minute mark, which is pretty standard, so I'm okay with that part. We've not even introduced the strings yet. Maybe they can come in at a drop. It's too much. It's way better without the strings. This is only like the first little teaser breakdown at this point. I don't know where to take it from here though. Yeah, you're right, it does. I was just thinking that there's not much power in it. I know what it needs. Something like that, I think. Yes, just like a pressure release gauge. Would it sound better with the rolling bass coming straight in as well? Possibly. I need that to go. This needs to go above. Hold on. Just getting some organisation going. That's better, I think. Yeah, that rolling bass helps. Now then, could this be the synth's moment to shine? It's way too loud currently. Nah. Later on though, I reckon. Definitely later on. What I should do, I think, is get these bass lines to follow this drone. We'll come back in here. You gotta remember, this is only the first sort of like mini drop. We don't want to give everything away at this point. Oh, you like the synth there? But I might save that for the main drop. We'll probably do another few lots of the kick drum here. This section will probably be the main breakdown. We'll have a main drop around this point. That's how I typically do it. Yeah, I'm going to try following this bass drum progression with the bass line. So A, D, C. So we'll do a secondary of the sub bass. Edit that real quick. I think it was D, wasn't it? D, C. This needs to be D, this one. Alright. At this point we're starting to get ready for the breakdown, which I haven't even thought about yet. I'll need a sort of pad of some sort. Maybe the strings actually. Back in here. I can slowly build up again. just leave that a bit and then drop in. Let's just see what that might sound like. It's going to need way more reverb on it, I think. Yeah, it's too long. But that's where I think we'd bring the synth in. I know what'll work there. Let's do this. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just playing around with ideas at this point, to be honest. I don't know about that synth. I don't know. I'm good, mate. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. I'm 2 hours in. We'll see how much longer we go. That's lacking. It's very lacking at the moment. Let's just do another playthrough here. This is hardstyle, to be honest. This is definitely a bit deeper. Hardstyle's often a lot quicker than this. This is only 125 BPM. Blending together way more, but just laying down a basic arrangement at this point. I get my sample packs from various places. The producer school is probably the number one spot I go to. Those guys are sick. What's this sound? Tobes, you and I are on the same wavelength here, mate. This is exactly what I'm looking at now. Seeing what I can find that might fit well. That's awful, but let's do vocal. So FL Cloud's great because you can search for samples that are in the right key, genre, and BPM. Yeah, you're right. It's so good. I thought there would have been more for... Maybe I'll get rid of the genre. That's nice. That might actually work pretty well, this one. Let's just have a look. I think I'm in minor here. It's going to be way too loud. Told you that'd work. Told you. Yeah, that's lovely. Okay, we're starting to build something here. Yeah, that's sounding real good. Do you know what that needs? It needs like a single FX clap. Just hear me out. Like a reverb. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. That could actually work, but I'm thinking just to... Yeah, let's try this. I think it needs to be about here. And let's just add a little snare roll there. That's longer than I thought it would be, but it could work. Let's get that to the right tempo. Bit more blending in, and I reckon that's coming together nicely. Let's listen to that break again. Something added in there, I think. Not sold on that snare roll, to be fair. They're too cheesy. That should do the job. instead. It's 125 already as well. Let's just make sure. Yep, lovely. Yeah, that's way better. That needs some more work as well, but this breakdown's coming together nicely. Agreed. I'll have to put you as a collaborator on this track at some point. Sorry, I've just thought what that needs there. It's like a little... I know what I mean. It's like a... It's a short little interlude almost. Transition, that's what I was looking for. Perfect. Chuck that in there. You'll see what I mean, it just helps it introduce the next section a bit better. Beautiful. Yeah, it's good. It's real good. Okay. I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I've been going over 2 hours and I'm running out of ideas at the moment. I need to come back and have a good think about it. I'm going to go and watch the cricket as I fall asleep. Thank you for everyone who watched. I do appreciate it. I will do my best to be back again next Sunday. We'll continue working on this track. I might do some work on it in the meantime, but if not, we'll just carry on from where we left off next week. To be honest, it's in a pretty good spot. We've got a basic arrangement down. I just need a few more ideas. I think it needs some more darker, harsher elements to bring it to life a bit more. But in terms of a basic structure, I'm pretty happy. So what we got here, there's the main drop coming in, perfect. That'll probably go for another few bars there, and then we'll start looking at the outro. Track will finish around here, around the 6-minute mark. Perfect. We've done pretty well. I'm happy with that. Maybe next week we can brainstorm some name ideas for the track. Depends how far we get. Yeah. Thank you so much. I gained the one extra follower on Twitch. Next week is the week. We'll hit the 20 mark. I'm sure of it. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate the support, especially when I'm doing something that I absolutely love doing like this. It's exciting for me. So yeah, I will catch you all next time. Cheers, guys. See ya.